morning all, myself Vishnu. Today we are going to discuss about net present value method. It is one of the important method in capital budgeting techniques. As we studied earlier, capital budgeting divided into two types. That means the techniques divided into two types. That is non-discounted cash inflow method and discounted cash inflow method. In non-discounted cash inflow method, which mainly includes two types of techniques that are average rate of return, it is otherwise known as return on investment method, and the next one is payback period method. The both we studied earlier. If you have any queries regarding these techniques, you can refer my previous videos in my YouTube channel. And now we going to start about discounted cash inflow method. So it's a new type of methods as compared to non-discounted cash inflow method. In that discounted cash inflow method, one of the important method is known as net present value method, otherwise NPV method. So in this type of discounted cash inflow techniques, we are considering present values of cash inflows of expected future cash inflows. That means the reason behind this was the 1 rupee earned today is not equal to 1 rupee earned next year. The value is going to deteriorate. So whatever we get this year is more valuable than getting in future years. That is the principle of finding present values of money. So the equation of valuating present values of cash inflows is cash inflow into 1 divided by 1 plus r the whole raised to n, where r is the expected rate of return we are expecting where will be invested, and the n denotes number of years. If we finding the present values of cash inflow which we getting in the first years, the equation will be the cash inflow of first year into 1 divided by 1 plus expected rate of return. It may be 10 or it may be 15, etc. And the n is the 1. Why? Because the cash inflow of 1 year. If it is in second year, this n will be 2. So that is the equation for finding present values of cash inflow. Cash inflow into 1 divided by 1 plus r the whole rest. So then we move to net present value. So what is the net present value method? What we going to do to find out net present value of cash inflows for a future project? It is the aggregation of present values of cash inflows in each year minus the net cash outflow. So whatever we going to getting by investing in a future projects, first of all, we writing off all the cash inflows and we finding out the present values of cash inflows in each year, and we summarizing it. The present values of cash inflows, we summarizing it. From that amount, we are deducting our initial investment. If we get it a positive value, we will accept the project. If we get in the negative value, we will deny that project. That is the basic principle while we doing through net present value method. So first of all, you have to keep in mind these all techniques we are doing to find out the profitability before we going to invest in a future projects. So all these calculations we are made on the basis of expected cash inflows. It may or may not be real. We all calculations, these all type of capital budgeting tools calculations we are doing on the basis of expected cash inflows. So that inflows may or may not be real. Let's move to calculation part. There is a question. An investment proposal would initially cost rupees 25,000 and would generate year-end cash inflows rupees 9,000, 8,000, 7,000, 6,000 and 5,000 from first year to fifth year. The required rate of return is 10% and calculate what net present value method. So this is a question. It's a simple one. So let's calculate. The first one rupees 25,000, that is the initial cash inflow. That are the initial investment we are going to invest in this project. And we are expecting cash inflows from the project First year that is 9,000, second year 8,000, 7,000, 6,000, and the last fifth year it would be 5,000 rupees. So the required rate of return, that is R, is here 10%. We have to calculate what net present value method of this net present value of this project. So here is the equation where C1 is the cash inflow of first year, and we find out the present values of first year cash inflow, that is 1 plus R the whole raised 1. Here R is 10%. C1 is first year cash inflow 9,000. Then the second year cash inflow what, 8,000 rupees, and R is same 10%. So we calculate this one, and like this we have to find out 5 years cash inflows present value. We add all together and minus the initial cash inflow C0, that is here 25,000. If we get a positive value, we will accept the project. If we get the negative value, we will deny the project. That is the law behind the net present value methods. Let's move to the calculation part of this question. So for the easy method, I draw a table here. So in the first column I write year wise, and the second column the corresponding cash inflows I noted here, and find out the present values of each year cash inflow I calculated here. So the first year cash inflow 9,000, and the present value I find out through the equation 1 divided by 1 plus R the whole raised to n. Here first cash inflow 9,000, R is 10%, so 10% we can denote it as 0.1. And the n here 1, first year, so n is 1. So I found the calculation here 8,182. We got the present values of first year cash flow. And the same way in the second year cash flow, here is rupees 8,000 rupees. So calculation is same. Here R is 10%, that is 0.1. 10 divided by 100, that is 0.1. So n here is 2. So the calculation is 6,612 rupees here, the present value of second year cash flow. In the same way, the change is here only n, 2, 3, 4, 5. The corresponding year n is that number of years we put on the n side. So here at last we summarize all the cash inflows present value. We got 27,255. That the final result, or the summation of all the present values of cash inflows of corresponding 5 years. So the calculation part we got net present value of the investment. This project is the summarization or summation of all the cash inflows, 27,255 minus initial cash inflow, that is C0, that we expressed in the equation. So we will get a positive value, that is 2,255. It is a positive value. Then we can conclude it that we can consider this project for the investment. So as a suggestion, if we for the K2 exam students for going to prepare for the exam, they may be asking questions to compare two projects. So you will get the project initial cost and their corresponding cash inflows, the expected cash inflows. At that time, you have to find which project will give more maximum or give maximum profit by comparing on the basis of net present value method. In the same at that time, you have to do each project net present value separately and find out and try to find out which project you will give more present value. So which project give high present value, you have to accept that project. So you have to do that. You have to refer more questions regarding this. I am taking a simple question for finding out net present value method. You have to check it out with the previous exam questions. If you have any queries, you can directly ask me, or I will give my contact number to this YouTube channel. You have to freely call me also.